Hello everyone again, and we are back for our last session of OpenSIPIt'02. So we'll just go over what has been done today, and maybe talk a little bit about the future ones and overall input from everyone participating or anyone who is willing to share the. So how you doing, guys? I think Livio mostly done most of the stuff, or at least still shaking. I mean, and
no. So I wasn't the star of today by any means. So no, it's Alfred Sandro.
Yep. Oh yeah, Sandro. Yes. Okay. All right.
I didn't really find anything interesting. Alfred did.
Yeah, we had a crash in PJ-SIP actually.
Oh yeah.
Some improvements in SIPIt'02, I guess.
Yeah, still ongoing. We're looking at how we can put some limits. Essentially, the idea is that any software you can overload, right? But when it goes into that overload state, it should not cause any collateral damage by using lots of memory and filling everything with with the crap traces and all that. But also it should do pretty quick recovery after the load is gone, basically.
Yeah, the last update, it was pretty fast to recover, so that's good.
Yeah, we did a quick patch to improve speed of recovery, so that's good. And now we're looking at how we can not use excessive amount of resources once we go into this shaky state.
There was also a crash in OpenSIP's HEP module, right?
Yep, I'm super thrilled about that.
It was a kind of byproduct of fuzzing still shaken, so interesting.
It works for me, so
yeah.
Yeah, so at least I managed to push a fix for it, but like the fix simply prevents the corruption. It doesn't solve the actual error condition that you guys discovered. So actually, I'm not even sure I can reproduce it because anyway, well, I think
we can try another time.
Maybe another time. Also, I think I have enough info from the logs just to have a good idea of at least the area that is shaky. So anyway, right now
let us know if you have trouble reproducing it, and we'll do another test during the day.
So right now I just minimized it into an error, and of course a missing HEP packet. So when that happens, you'll probably have some reports from the network team, right? Hey, I don't see the 200. Okay, well, what is this? But at least it doesn't crash.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else? Anything to share?
From our end, we did some new tests. So we tested using the with JWT. If you use a naive parser for JWT, it might accept the non-algorithm. So we implemented support for that, which is the easiest thing to implement, and we tested the 3 different implementations that we could test: OpenSIPs, FreeSwitch, and GoSIPI. None of them had any of these problems, but it's good to see that it's it could be tested. And also we cloned the certificate, the sp cert certificate.pem, so that it had all the different like CN and so on would be copied to this new certificate, but it wouldn't have the same private key as the actual trusted certificate. And we did tests with that as well, and they all failed, which means that we didn't find any problems there. Of course, these tests need to be run in lab environment while inspecting everything. But, it's a good start to do something like that. What else did we do in terms of fuzzing and so on, Alfred?
We did fuzzing on RFC'02. We didn't find any issues there. So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and we did some flood testing on, mostly it was done against CPPI, but Open Free Switch didn't have any issues today, so that's good.
Which means you did not send enough traffic, I guess.
Exactly.
Try harder.
Was it a network bandwidth issue or something? No, just curious what kind of levels. I guess OpenSIPs is pretty hard to flood because it's really fast.
Did you do any tests against OpenSIPs, Alfred?
Flooding?
With flooding?
No.
No.
They're too scared.
A lot of multi-threading today, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that's too. All right. Well, I guess we leave everything running for at least a few more days. So if anyone feels like doing something one-to-one or scheduling some privately between participants, feel free by all means. I certainly would probably bug Alfred and Sandro and Livio maybe to run some stuff. And we would also, last but not least, we would also share the repository. So if you guys have created any interesting configs or just something that you think are useful, please put it in there. It would help people to reproduce scenarios if needed or do more advanced testing based on that.
Cool.
Definitely, I will move all of the certificates for all teams. I will move them to this repository once you put it up.
Yeah, and OpenSIPs config maybe too. I maybe suggest
sure.
we'll maybe try to create something like for GitHub Actions to run some of this automatically based on that setup. Anyway, we discuss it.
Who was that suggestion for? Was it for us or?
No, it's between, I guess. Well, anyone is free to do it, I guess. But what I'm saying, we've been discussing about adding some actual call scenarios into OpenSIP's CI pipeline. So we might just use some of that scenarios that we created for stir shaking or FC''8760 maybe to put it kind of scripted up and get it run on every commit to OpenSIPs, for example.
Yep, would be cool.
All right, I guess everyone is quite tired. Any suggestions? When should we do the next one? And what should be some changes or improvements we can do.
You tentatively talked about April, May, hadn't you?
Yeah, that was my idea, but it's more like brainstorming, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to fit for everybody. Maybe it's worth asking the opposite way around. Has anybody got anything very fierce going on in April or May that we should definitely avoid, or know of any industry events that should be avoided?
There could be this OpenSIP Summit if things go well and spring doesn't bring any further surprises. We should be able to hold it there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess conceivably there could be a Kama-Ilio world in that kind of time frame as well.
Right, either 1 week before or 1 week after. That's how it typically goes.
That's right. Indeed. So maybe Max is a case of jumping in and putting some dates in the diary quick ahead of everybody else.
We always manage to hug close together.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, there is not much of it. I mean, there is summer starts, and then people don't like to do stuff in the summer. At least some of our friends are quite picky about that. But yeah, okay. Well, basically, maybe schedule something around those ways dates. I mean, and yeah, we'll stay in touch in between, I guess.
Yep, and keep a lookout for what's new on the SIPCore mailing list and so on. New things to implement, and hopefully discover bugs in.
Just checking. Just going back. Sorry, just going back to dates. It looks as if Easter is in the middle of April.
That we should not stomp on.
Yeah. Monday and a Friday to avoid. Okay, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's a good point.
Well, it looks as if things were very successful from what I saw going on the Slack. So congratulations to all concerned.
Congrats,
definitely.
Guys.
Thank you, guys. It was a great pleasure again, and definitely look forward to do it in the future.
It's nice to see things reaching like this, a more mature, stable state, right, in comparison to the first event, where we kind of got all sorts of crashes all over the place. Things were not working. We were like, hey, I want a date header. Wait, what is a date header? And wait, no.
How do we generate certificate, right?
So whereas now it was like maybe more refined bugs or more subtle issues, if any.
And also very encouraging to hear, like you were saying from the Free Switch team, changes being made and you getting announcements in early hours of the morning or
absolutely.
And also on the Asterisk folk working hard to make modifications as well.
For sure. They made at least 3 further steps. So right now it's almost working as well with Asterisk as well. Not sure what's wrong on the signature, but apart from that, all of the steps are working.
And I guess special thanks is due to Sandro and Alfred for prodding, poking, and fuzzing.
Yep.
I like to think that we helped.
Another thing that I think that have kind of worked think we should use it, I guess, next time. The only thing that I would probably need to talk to QSIP team, maybe give them a little bit of ask them to be more active on the planning and just because right now it's a little bit like black box. Well, yeah, we kind of use it, but and people are on the channels, but not much direction of what should we do with it.
Well,
Yeah, I was just going to say, if we can agree dates sooner rather than later, then that will give us a great head start in getting in touch with some of the other people who'd like to be involved. Because it'll give them a longer run up, if you like.
Okay, point taken. Yeah, let's maybe set it up pretty soon, and then we can. Yeah.
I don't know how was your experience, by the way, with the Epic, or yeah. But I think it worked to the point where I had no further questions, right? Like you could see your stuff in there. It was I don't know. It had plenty of disk, and what would you have expected from the QuickSip team to do more?
That was to Pavel, wasn't it?
Or rather to Max, right?
Oh,
Or,
Yeah, to me.
Yeah.
No, just more. They're usually social guys.
Yeah, but I think
on some of the sessions.
I just wanted to point out that they did a great job with the PDF and assigning each team their own capture identifier and all that stuff. So it was great. Yeah.
But maybe give us a little bit of summary what they captured and like
that would have been nice.
Issues,
some
stats, or maybe some issues. No, just like or something like everybody else.
Well, if you'd like to, I could follow up with Andrew and ask him if he can supply such stats and feedback.
Yeah, it would be nice. I guess at least there is some crashes found in OpenSIPs, and so we got some bug reports out of this, perhaps at least, or even fixes. So it's a great thing. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to wrap up and go back to work.
Do more work.
Our European colleagues are probably ready to go home or go to bed. Or...
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. To go to dinner. Maybe.
Yeah,
that might be an option too.
Yeah. Well, great to see everybody again over the last 3 days.
Yeah. Good.
It was a pleasure, David, and everyone else. I had a great time.
Yes, thank you for hosting this. Very nice.
Thanks.
Okay, are you declaring it officially over, Max?
So yeah, let's wrap it up. Thanks, guys. Yeah, big cheers to everyone, and
bring up the confetti.
Okay. All the best then. Great to see everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next year.